In this video, I'm going to show you how to add a drop shadow to your text. So here I have my background and I have my text. I need to go over to my Layers tab and I need to make sure that I have a text border. So I'm going to create a new layer by clicking on this icon right down here that's called the new layer icon. And I'm going to name this text border. So now I have my text border and it needs to be in between my background and my text layer. So you can pick it up and drag it in between, or you can use the arrow keys to move it where you would like it to be moved. So now that I have that, I'm going to make sure I click on my text border and I'm going to right click on my text. Sorry, not my text border, my text. And I'm going to select Alpha 2 Selection. And so now I have what we call running ants, and they look like little ants like walking around the edge of my text. And so now I'm going to go to Select, and I'm going to grow, and I'm going to grow that running ants by 4, and that will move them away from my text. And so now I have a selection that looks just like my words, but it has moved away 4 pixels from my actual words. And so we're going to fill this space with a drop shadow. And so if I grab my if I grab my bucket, my words are white, and right now my foreground color is black. So that works perfectly because it's going to be a border. And I'm going to hold down my control key and I'm going to scroll with my mouse and I'm going to click the space in between my words and the running ants. And then that should fill in the entire thing. And so when I look at this, it kind of looks like it wasn't done completely. I have holes and it doesn't really look like it meets every part of my text. I can still see some purple and blue through this. And so I don't want to do it on my actual text. So when I look at this layer, this is my drop shadow text. And so I did it on the wrong layer. So I'm going to Control Z to undo, and I'm going to select my text border. And then when I zoom in and I fill this in, it's nice and smooth. It filled in all of my closed shapes for me, and it's just a much clearer thing. And so I'm going to now go to Select and select None, and it kind of looks like my words are raised up off of the black outline. And so that just makes it a lot clearer to read. And so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add a drop shadow, so a shadow behind our words, and depending on the color that you select, it might look like your words have a glow on them. So I'm going to go ahead and now I'm going to go up to Filters, and I'm going to go to Light and Shadow. And so Filters, Light and Shadow, and then I'm going to go down to Drop Shadow ... And I still have my text border selected. If the drop shadow does not pop up, it's because it's down here at the bottom of my screen. It's just kind of blinking at you. And so now I have that information, that box has shown up. And so my background is black. My text border is black. And so I don't want my drop shadow to be black. I'm going to pick a different color so that you can clearly see what I'm talking about. So I'm doing a green, and I'm going to click OK. And this is the radius, this is the offset. And so I'm not going to mess with any of these right now. I'm going to go ahead and click OK. And so you can see now my words kind of look like they're raised up off of the background, and they kind of have a glow to them, and that's the drop shadow. So that's all you need to do in order to create a text with a border and a drop shadow.